Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we can no longer say that 2024 is the year where Democrats died because we just have the very first Republican that passed away today, 14th of January, and that specifically was George Nethercutt, a U.S. congressman from Washington. Now, I have made it clear we usually don't talk about representatives from the United States House of Representatives unless they are serving in an at-large district. This guy doesn't serve in an at-large district, duh, because he's from Washington, and Washington isn't at-large. But George Nethercutt did make a Senate run, and that did qualify him to have a video. So, we're going to make a video in his honor. They just announced his death, I believe, an hour, 5 hours, an hour, 3 hours ago. I'd say it's making the news around 5 hours. So we're going to go ahead and talk about George Nethercutt from Washington. So, George Rector Nethercutt Jr. was an American lawyer, author, and politician. He is a member of the Republican Party. He rose to national attention upon his election to the United States House of Representatives in 1994, the Red Wave, or also known as the Republican Revolution, when he defeated House Speaker Tom Foley in Washington's 5th congressional district. Washington's 5th district, right here, right? This is where the 5th district is located. And it's also probably the most Republican district in the country today. There's this one county that is kind of Democrat, but yeah, the 5th district is being represented by Kathy McMorris Rogers today. But as I was saying, Nethercutt served 5 terms and left the House in 2004 when he mounted an unsuccessful bid for the U.S. Senate. So basically, he screwed his career in the House, for the Senate, which he failed to win, and not realizing that Washington was a blue state. I don't blame him because, it's been a little less than 20 years that Washington has voted in a Democrat voting streak. And maybe George Nethercutt was one of the many Republicans, actually, that thought that George Bush could flip Washington. They definitely had a bigger chance then than they do now. So we're going to go ahead and talk about George Nethercutt specifically. He ran specifically in his congressional career, but we're going to mainly take a look at his Senate race. This is the reason why we're doing the video. But yeah, guess who defeated him? Well, yeah, he challenged an incumbent senator, and that is the current senator that's still holding the seat today, Patty Murray, who has been in the Senate, if you're now realizing it, for a very long time. She's actually the senior member of the Democrats. So yeah, she's been in there for a pretty long time. Yeah, she has a black and white photo. Yes, 1992. She was elected 1992. I believe she's a soccer mom. That's her background. Soccer mom. But yeah, she was a state senator. But yes. She won re-election to a 3rd term, defeating George Nethercutt. And you'll see Nethercutt performed his best in the 3rd district. Like this county right here. I don't know what it's called, but this county's a blue county today. I don't know if it still is or it was a Republican county at the time, but let's just say this county was definitely more conservative back then than it is right now. Mr. Nethercutt successfully carried counties east of the Cascade Mountains, which, as you know, the Cascade Mountains is pretty much what divides the state of Washington politically. You usually see more Democrats over here on the west side of the Cascades, which are more Democrats. This is more accurate. and more conservative Republicans on the east side of the Cascades. Over here. But yes, 42.74% of the popular vote. I'm going to take a look and compare it to today's performance of in 2020. So yes, you'll see Biden performed better, but you'll see Nethercutt performed better than Trump by 42% to Trump's 38%. That does make sense because Washington is a rhino state. I don't know. Is Nethercutt a rhino? Is Nethercutt a forever or a never Trumper? Because Washington is a state known for never Trumpers. I know Ted Stevens was a rhino for sure. Big rhino. Big rhino. He was a very big liberal, if you were unaware. Serving in his staff council and later chief of staff of the Senator Ted Stevens from Alaska. In his early life and early career could have influenced his politics in Congress. Yeah. I could definitely see Nethercutt being an establishment guy for sure. He definitely represents the Bush Republican. And the average neocon. I don't know if he's a neocon. You would have to ask him. I mean, you can't anymore because he's dead. Duh. But look up his issues, his stats. But yes, well, I'm just gonna look it up on Google. On Trump. Okay. George. So yes, it says voters want a president with nation's best interests at heart. So I do have a feeling that George Nethercutt is a rhino, a neocon. He is definitely a Bush Republican. But yes, he's definitely I don't know if he's coming out saying I support Donald Trump. He says okay, yeah. He made this quote. He is a Trump critic. If my choice is assuring the continuation of the U.S. or choosing a president who speaks well, I choose the former. President Donald Trump's bad language choices don't affect me, but his policy decisions do. Okay, that is his opinion. All right. So whatever you guys interpret that, how you interpret that, you guys can decide if he is a rhino, neocon, Bush. He's definitely a Bush Republican. Period. This guy will definitely vote for Nikki Haley, and I think he probably did. He died at 79. I would expect a Nikki Haley vote from him. Well, Nikki Haley withdrew. They're in the Washington primary, but anyway, what do you guys think? In case this is his electoral history from Washington's 5th. He served 5 terms. 2002 was his last year before running in 2004. He outed out of politics in 2004 after losing. But what do you guys think? Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. See you all in the next political episode.